Hello there. So, if you're watching this, you likely know that the PC component market has seen a big jump in price recently. So, I thought I would check and see if it is still possible to build a gaming PC, a relatively good gaming PC, for under $500. And the major things affected, of course everything else has for the most part been affected, is RAM and video cards, or graphics cards, or GPUs, or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, so I have a rough idea of what I'm going to put into this, or what I want to put into this. But I'm going to use PC part picker so that I don't fill up my Amazon wish list again and again and again for these videos. So, first we're going to choose our CPU. Now, I'm thinking more of a 7600K because, it's a good CPU. And I am very mad about that price. I paid a lot more for my 6600K. Whatever. So I'm thinking a 7600K, although this isn't 100% necessary. You could easily drop down to, actually no. Okay, so in this case, no, I was thinking completely wrong. Okay, so I was thinking about that completely badly thinking. Um, I was thinking build a computer close to mine, but that's gonna be way more than our $500 budget. So we're gonna want something closer to, I don't even, wait, how much does a 6600K even go for nowadays? 6800K, okay, that is reasonable. So, yeah, okay. That's dumb. Yeah, I'm not entirely sure, but I think we might go with a Ryzen 3. Now, the reasoning behind that is we don't need an excessively expensive processor. Because Ryzen 3 is a really good chip in general. And it's all overclockable depending on the motherboard you have. So let's use our Ryzen 3 CPU. We're not going to need a cooler because the Ryzen 3 and 5 come with coolers. So next we're going to choose our motherboard. Actually, no, let's choose that last. So our RAM, it's going to take a chunk out of our budget. You can see, well, most people would recommend getting, including myself, getting an 8 gig kit of RAM. The RAM I have in my computer, I spent $50 on. It now goes for $100. That's stupid. Okay? Now, I'm not the biggest fan of going with like weird brands that, you've never heard before, because from what I've heard, they're not reliable at all. So ideally, we're going to want RAM above 2133 megahertz, which is actually, I believe, the speed of my RAM, or higher. Okay, so a 1 gig stick is fine, but what we're going to look for is the price per gigabyte. Now we can see that, G.Skill's cheapest RAM here, which doesn't, that's DDR3. We need DDR4. Well, we want DDR4, I should say. It's not necessary, but we want DDR4. So we can see here that G.Skill has about the cheapest RAM. We could go for any of these, like we could go for Crucial, but yeah, these are going to be cheaper. So let's go with G.Skill NT series. Not entirely sure about G.Skill RAM. I've never heard anything about it. But yeah, let's just use one stick of 8 gig G.Skill RAM. That's still a lot more than what you would have paid for about a year ago. For our storage, we are going to choose a 1 terabyte hard drive. I would still recommend going for an SSD if you can fit it into your budget, and wow, these have gone down in price a lot. But I would recommend trying to fit a 1 terabyte hard drive into your, or no, an SSD as well as a 1 terabyte hard drive into your system if possible. But otherwise, just go with a 1 terabyte hard drive and then upgrade along the line. No, down the line. I can't speak today. So Now, if we would have gone with the 7600K, I would have probably gone with a 1060. But in this case, we're going to go for a 1050. But in this case, we're going to go for a 1050 Ti. I would go for a 1050, but I recommend just spending the little more, generally, on the 1050 Ti. So we can see here that the prices of these haven't been affected too much, but if we can find the 1050 in here, which is right there. Come on. So here, let's just sort it by price. So I'm assuming, yeah, this is a 1050 here. Now we can see these are quite a bit cheaper. Never pay $300 for a 1050. Jeez. But yeah, let's go for a 1050 Ti because it's going to be worth the money a lot down the line. Never pay $150 for a 1050. Jesus. I'm gonna go with a gigabyte card because my most popular video is about a gigabyte thing. So let's go with that. For a case, or it's a Gigabyte Extreme Gaming Software. For a case, I spent $50 on my case. I have the Corsair 100R. Let's go with the 100R, which has the side panel window. The Silent is more here, but the side panel window is so much cooler, I guess. I get it, cooler. Because, you know, you need fans in the case. That was terrible. Oh my god. Power supplies. Holy crap, cost a lot now. We're not going to need more than 450 watts. So let's just, 500 watts, I guess. Ideally you want bronze, but 80 plus is fine. But, doesn't matter too much. As long as it's from a reputable brand, I think it's fine, but the more you can afford to fit into your budget, the better. But, don't go spending all your money on the power supply. However, do not cheap out on the power supply either. In this case, we are going to go with this one, even though actually, let's start out with this one. The EVGA. No, that's a 430 watt. The $10 extra is way more. Wait, no, this is an EVGA. Yeah, let's go with this one then. Okay. I think that's actually the power supply I have. No, that's not actually. Okay. Oh, that's a promo. So I believe. Okay, yeah. So, yeah. We need anything else? Operating system, monitor. No. Okay. So, next we are going to choose our motherboard. It is looking good for us being able to build one under $500, but the motherboard may cause us a few issues because we have to fit one in for under $40. And you can see, cheapest motherboard is $30. Not gonna happen. However, if we jump up to 50 or even 55, we will see a heck of a lot more. Okay, maybe not. Motherboards even cost more now. What the? This is stupid. I disagree with this. Is that really an ATX board for $73? Holy crap. Actually, that's not that bad. Okay. So, I don't know too much about these boards. Oh, these are AM4 boards. They've never been super cheap. That's my problem. I was expecting Intel boards to be cheaper. Now, I can assume that most of these boards will not have overclocking for their price range, but I cannot confirm this. So, yeah. Since this is an MSI board, MSI is generally, in my experience, a reliable company. And, they should be. because they're a fairly big company. So let's go for ASRock is also a reliable company, but let's go for this one. Or no, what's the difference? Okay. So if we look at this, so that one. I just want to look at the board itself. See if there's a major difference that's noticeable. Not seeing much of it. I'm not seeing any difference, actually. For that matter. Yeah, okay. Which one's cheaper? Let's see. So, onboard video depends on CPU. Okay, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, okay. That doesn't make any sense. Crossfire. No. Oh, it's just a different chipset. I don't know anything about chipsets for AM4 boards, but I've heard more about the B350s. Although I would go with this one here, because it's cheaper and it looks a little nicer from the picture. So let's go with this one, I guess. A3 or A320. Feel free to correct me in the comment section below. You can build one for really close to $500 actually. However, this is with mail-in rebates. And let's see. Is there a way to change where we buy it on all of them? Because ideally, okay, never mind. Ideally, we'd go for Amazon and Newegg because I feel like those are probably the most popular ones. But, you know, not that big of a deal. So, it appears that it is still quite possible to do, even with the RAM price going up massively, and all the other pricing going up massively as well. This is actually a really good priced RAM for nowadays, currently. However, definitely try and go with an AM5 if possible, if you do for some reason build this. And yeah, thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time. Goodbye. The link to this will be in the description below. Bye.